to say that you're a Christian or a Catholic or a Jew or a Muslim or whatever other religion, a Hindu, when your life and your faith has not been tested. It is not that easy to say that you are that thing when your faith is being tested. Because you only truly commit yourself to that specific thing after you've been tested, and God will test you. I didn't know God when it was comfortable. I didn't know God when I had a great financial situation. I didn't know God when everything was, easily accessible to me. I didn't know God when times were good. I knew God when everyone else forsaked me, and no one looked at me and saw something that when God saw me, he saw something in me. He said, even if your situation right now looks bad, there is something inside you. And I don't give up on you and I don't forsake you. Because everyone else saw me as a burden because I was at home for years. I didn't have an education. I didn't have a university degree. And people looked down upon me. And people I used to call my friends weren't there. When I was going through it, no one wants to be associated with trouble. People duck and dive. When you are in a struggle, people don't want to be associated with that. They want to live their good life. And you can't blame them for that. But that's when you know God. You don't know God when everyone's happy with you and financial situations are great. And, you have all these friends and you're going to the club and you're numbing yourself. That's not when you know God. You know God when you don't have. When you don't have and you look around and no one wants to really speak to you because every time you speak to them, you bring a problem. That's when I knew God. And that also gave me the conviction to not care about what anyone has to say about me. Because when it was rough, I can count for you the amount of people who were actually there for me. I got my table straight, I got my life straight when I realized what actually mattered. And that only was made aware to me when God made it very aware to me. When I realized that when you lose everything, no one wants to be with you but God. And a very few amount of people will even stay your friends. And even your friends can't help you because for me, the amount of struggles that I was going through, the misfortune after misfortune after misfortune, people didn't want to be around me. And I can't even blame them for that. But I just want people to know it's very easy to say that you're faithful and you love God when he hasn't tested your faith. Because when you test your faith, you will realize why people on this platform or anywhere else, the priests that you look to, your pastors, whatever, people who, build the mosque, all these people that invest into these religions, it's not because they just all of a sudden were like, no, it's because they were tested. And that's where that conviction and promise and diligence, due diligence when it comes to the religion starts from. And that's what happened to me. I was not religious. But when everyone else forsake me, the only person I had was God.